dungeon. Number 10. Hidden tapes. In 2014, Reddit user Lumberjack found a hidden crawl space while poking around in his attic. The crawl space led to an ominous-looking locked door, behind which was a room that had its walls, floors, and ceiling completely covered with soundproofing board and plastic tarp. There were 4 power outlets and a small raised area roughly the size of a single bed, which was strange for a crawl space. Weirder still, Lumberjack also discovered a mysterious briefcase containing an old jewelry box, envelopes with paper currency from all over the world, and 4 1-ounce silver ingots. There was also a sentry safe containing some VHS-C tapes. Unable to play them, he turned into horror movie fodder, tapes, into the police, so their contents are still a mystery. Probably just some old Bob Ross recordings or somebody being disemboweled on a little tiny table, one or the other. Number 9. Mont Saint-Odile. Mont Saint-Odile is a monastery located high up on France's Vosges Mountains. Between 2000 and 2002, roughly 1,100 priceless medieval books and manuscripts mysteriously vanished from its library. Baffled police set up cameras to figure out who was behind it and discovered the book thief had been accessing the library via a long-forgotten secret passage and chamber. Using the hidden entry point, he would sneak in at night and stuff piles of valuable books into his briefcases. Footage revealed Stanislas Gossi was behind the thefts. He'd somehow got his hands on a map revealing a secret chamber in the back of a cupboard that could only be opened by a hidden mechanism. Number 8. Creepy renovation. In 2012, stay-at-home mother Sarah bought a new home with her husband. Not long after moving in, the pair discovered a small hidden room accessible from the corner of their young son's room. Because of the pitched roof and 4-foot Alice in Wonderland-style door, it was impossible to convert the area into a functional section of their new home. Unsure of its function, they hid the weird hidden room behind their son's dresser so he'd never know about it. Then they proceeded to renovate the creepy room in secret so they could present it to their son on his 4th birthday. They worked on it in secret for a year while their son was at school. When his birthday arrived, they unveiled it as his new treasure room. Nice work, Mom and Dad. Now the monsters under his bed have a cool new pad. Number 7. Nasty surprise. In 2005, new homeowners Jason and Carrie Brown found a secret corridor hidden behind a bookcase. The couple were about to start renovations after scoring a great deal on a 5-bedroom, 2-bath home. But instead of something cool like a bat cave or the 4-year-old's treasure room, the corridor led them to an empty room with a weird note from the previous homeowner. The front of the note said, "You found it!" Unfolding it, the previous homeowner explained that the house had a very serious black mold problem. It was so bad it had driven the family away and made his children very sick. The Browns immediately canceled their move-in plans and sued the broker who sold them the house. The incident was like a treasure hunt, but with bad news in place of treasure. Number 6. Dunnerden. Dunnerden is the Aspen home of Broderbund Software co-founder Doug Carlston. From the outside, it looks like an ordinary log cabin, but inside it has a staggering 1,700 feet of secret passageways, nearly 6 football fields worth. Doug Carlston is responsible for the successful PC adventure game Myst. His house reflects his personality, with its innocuous filing cabinets that conceal doors and dresser drawers that serve as passageways to other rooms. The bottom of his house is a labyrinth of eerie catacombs full of treasure. You're probably thinking, where's the scary part in all of this? Dunnerden also has something called the Room of Doom, where guests are urged to stand on a rocky ledge behind a waterfall. There are only 2 ways out of the Room of Doom: swim through a chute or jump through a waterfall and hope you land in the swimming pool. All it really needs is some frickin' sharks with some frickin' laser beams on their heads, and Dr. Evil would be proud. Number 5. Squatter in secret crawl space. Imgur user 2Byte Brownie dislikes being home these days. One day, he was with his brother in his parents' bedroom and they fell hard into a built-in bookshelf. Anyways, that's not the scary part. The bookshelf opened, revealing a room with the scariest fuck spiral staircase. With clenched teeth, the brothers descended the steps. They led to a strange crawl space full of Halloween candy and a fresh-looking banana peel. "Someone was living in our walls," 2Byte Brownie wrote. "That is my Halloween candy. Someone came into my room, took from my bag, and brought it back here. 30 seconds after taking the picture, we realized what it meant and got the fuck out of there." The squatter's other items included an elephant carving, a skeleton key, and some creepy dolls. Using forensic science and observing the lack of supplies, police determined that the squatter was only living there temporarily. There were no other entrances to the secret passage, meaning the person could only have gained access through the parents' bedroom. Police never found the squatter, so the parents boarded up the room as a precaution. Obviously, the parents stole their Halloween candy and hid in the secret passage room to eat it and make creepy dolls. Case closed. Number 4. Family builds secret castle. We're gonna have to stretch the definition of rooms here. A man hid not just a secret room, but built an entire castle. Robert Fiddler dreamt of building a Tudor style castle with a rampart, cannon, turrets, and an entertainment center for his family. Apparently, it was his right as an Englishman. Unfortunately, the land was only zoned for industrial purposes, and Robert couldn't attain the necessary permissions. He decided to build it anyway and somehow hid the construction behind 40 feet high haystacks surrounding his property. Construction was completed in 2 years, and he and his family lived there in secret for over 4 years, with no incidents from his neighbors or the pesky local government. In time, Robert tried to apply for a certificate of lawfulness, reasoning that since the home had been there for 4 years without any complaints, it would be granted to him because of a statute of limitations loophole. Word got out and the local councilman came over for scones and tea. Just kidding, they frowned and ordered the castle to be demolished. Robert took the case to high court but lost. Another victory for the man. Number 3. Hidden room in World War II era attic. A Reddit user from Norway posted some disturbing photos of a hidden room they discovered in the attic of their shared accommodation. It's believed the room had been there undisturbed since World War II. The resident, who posted under the name MYNDIG, said their house lord told them that their home had a hidden room but was vague about where. Instead of studying for exams, MYNDIG began an epic scavenger hunt through each room. They found it by accident by stretching out and accidentally kicking the attic wall. Inside the dark secret room was a sign which translated from Norwegian reads, "If you have a bad stomach, then you don't have access." There was also a lamp alarm, which is used to warn anyone nearby when someone enters, a map of West Europe, and the piece de resistance, a horror movie-esque doll's shoe. Number 2. Squatter in secret room. A group of Ohio State University students were constantly spooked by strange noises at night and covered doors that seemed to open on their own. They believed their shared accommodation was haunted, but their ghostly roommate was actually a man living in a secret room in their basement. They thought the secret room was a maintenance cupboard, but after forcing the door open, they discovered a small hobbit-sized room with a double bed, framed photographs, and textbooks. The students quickly changed the locks and left a note on the door advising the mystery roommate that he'd been voted off the island. It turns out the squatter's name was Jeremy. Jeremy used the basement sink to wash his clothes, but honored the hermit code by not stealing any of the boys' food. He apparently gained access to the house via his cousin, who was a previous resident. The students had no hard feelings towards Jeremy, with one saying, "I feel bad for him, it's just he wasn't supposed to be living there. It's funny now, but it potentially could have been extremely dangerous given that some random guy had a key to our house." A perfect segue for Number 1. The Murder Castle. In 1889, Herman W. Mudgett built a hotel in Chicago in anticipation of the huge tourist boom that was expected with the upcoming 1893 World's Fair. However, instead of a conventional hotel, Mudgett built a weird mystery funhouse with trap doors, hidden stairways, and surprise chutes to the basement. It turned out that Herman W. Mudgett was a real name of H.H. Holmes, America's first famous serial killer, who used the upper floors of his hotel to torture and kill hundreds of people, most of whom were women. Eventually, he came unstuck and was forced to confess to his crimes. He was duly executed. When police raided what became known as the Murder Castle, they discovered secret windowless rooms, false floors, rooms with no escape from the inside, soundproof bedrooms, and gas chambers. A real fun house. The Murder Castle burned down shortly after Holmes' capture, and a post office was built on the site in 1938. It still stands today and is almost certainly haunted, which really sucks for the ghost, because being stuck in a post office for eternity sounds like it's worse than hell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Did you enjoy the video? That's fantastic. Did you know we still have a gaming channel, Collaborative? It's for playing it all, and come look at us as we play some video games.
Like animation? Have some questions about life in the universe?
Planet Dolan.
From greasy posters to lazy finger puppets, we count 10 of the worst toys to fall out of Happy Meal boxes. Number 10. Michael Jordan Fitness Fun Range. McDonald's has a long history of responding to health critics with lazily conceived health promotions. This Michael Jordan's Fitness Fun Happy Meals promotion was one of many examples. In 1991, the restaurant offered cheap plastic skipping ropes, plush balls, water bottles, and stopwatches with the basketball superstar's likeness in an attempt to shed the company's unhealthy image. Jordan once played pro baseball, but the impractically small plush footballs had exactly nothing to do with him. Nothing on the actual menu changed, but I'm sure some kids used their lame-o stopwatches to stage some epic cheeseburger eating contests. First one to get diabetes gets a 42-ounce Coke. Come on, Timmy, slam those cheeseburgers just like Air Jordan. Number 9. Airport Toy. Apparently, the idea here was that kids could open up their Happy Meal boxes and turn them into an airport. The set included 4 colored planes piloted by McDonald's motley crew of unlicensed pilots and the presumably rare green Hamburglar copter. Unfortunately, the idea was better suited to cereal boxes and the toy quality was extremely poor, with many calling it the cheapest McDonald's toy of all time. I blame the Hamburglar. He's obviously driving McDonald's profit margin down the toilet. That's why you get cheap crap like this. I don't see why Mayor McCheese doesn't just execute the fucker. Number 8. Ronald McDonald Glove Puppet. Another low point for Happy Meal collectibles, these shoddily drawn hand puppets barely resembled Ronald McDonald and were obviously an afterthought. I mean, it's a cheap fucking plastic hand puppet. What kid would want that? Might as well give them an empty box and market it as imagination. Most McDonald's locations simply used this toy as a backup when they ran out of whatever hot new Pixar toy was offered that week. McDonald's toys vary in quality, but this was definitely on the low end of the scale. It's one of those toys where you can just feel the sadness of the sweatshop workers bleeding through the plastic. Please, Mr. McDonald, no more glove puppet. Ah! Stop it, Mick. The pressing thing is, the work conditions are probably even more awful than I can imagine. But they probably do have healthier food than we do, so that's something. Number 7. Gardening toys. Forget bright colors and flashy games. According to Out of Touch CEOs, there's nothing kids love more than patiently raising inanimate plants. Have you seen kids these days? They love gardens. They go absolutely bananas for them. Look at that grass grow, Timmy. You're doing a great job with those gardenias, Sally. Even for the minority of kids with green thumbs, the pot dealers of tomorrow, the McDonald's range of gardening toys were woefully lame. The bird feeder was too small for any creature to eat from, the watering can held about a thimble of water, and the gardening tools would snap if you even breathed on them. You'd probably be better off digging at the dirt with your bare hands. Number 6. Shark Tail Jellyfish. Part dildo, part magic mushroom, all misguided clusterfuck. This movie tie-in jellyfish allegedly comes from the movie Shark Tale, but I think they just repainted some sex toys. Or maybe they're making Happy Meals for adults now. Yeah, I'll take a 4-piece chicken McNugget Happy Meal with a Coke and, do you have any more of those butt plugs? Yeah, that's the one with the scary face on it. It's for my wife, I swear. Number 5. Star Wars figurines. Remember that scene in Jedi when Chewbacca pops out of a commandeered AT-ST to wave at Han? These toy makers remember it a little bit differently. In their version, Chewbacca had a derpy expression and a 40-foot head. Kids generally love Star Wars crap. Seriously, write Ewok droppings next to your freshest St. Bernard turd and your little cousin will love it. McDonald's had the right idea, but these Clone War tie-ins are too stupid looking for older collectors. And I don't think the ridiculous proportions are gonna do any favors for younger fans' toy skirmishes. Darth Vader says no.
But seriously, buy more Star Wars toys.
Number 4. E.T. poster. Posters aren't the worst idea for kids. They're hard to choke on for one. Also, kids enjoy decorating their rooms, and a wholesome movie poster is probably better than all those new pinups you have lining your walls. The main issue is that the poster comes all folded up, so it's gonna have those OCD triggering creases all over it. It's also next to your french fries and cheeseburgers, so you know it's gonna come covered in McGrease. Worst of all, McDonald's did this promotion twice. The first time was when E.T. was actually in theaters, which made sense. The second time was 3 years later when kids had already moved on to whatever cool film franchise the 80s would throw at them next. The real reason for this is probably that McDonald's had a shit ton of leftover posters in their warehouse. Number 3. Halloween Pail. Give a kid a box and they'll want to know what's inside. Give them a colorful, kick-ass looking Halloween pail and they'll be expecting the contents to be the holy grail of candy surprises. So imagine the disappointment of these young Happy Meal fans when they open these up and received a big fat helping of nothing. Not that a big fat dose of chocolate is the best thing to eat after a Happy Meal, but come on. The pail's not even big enough to store your trick-or-treat candy in. You'd be better off going with a less fashionable but more practical alternative, a plastic bag. I'll give McDonald's points for the slogan McBoo though. That's just fucking genius. Some serious thinkers in that organization. But you know what, as long as you don't mix spit in my McDrink, I'm happy. Number 2. American Idol MP3 player. In 2007, McDonald's entered into a promotional partnership with Fox's juggernaut talent show American Idol. At this point, McDonald's had come a long way from plastic hand puppets and offered Happy Meal buyers actual MP3 players. I mean, you get what you pay for, so you can't expect too much, but the devices came preloaded with exactly one song, the American Idol theme song. That's fun for the kids. You know, you're on your school bus, it's a little bit of a long trip. Let's listen to the American Idol theme song 30 times in a row! Yay! On the plus side, parents got a new device to punish their kids with. Didn't finish your homework? Well, listen to the American Idol theme song all fucking day. It might send little Timmy into a panic attack every time the show comes on air, but look at that math grade. He's a smart one. Number 1. Ronald McDonald Mask. Another lazy offering from the Mickey's House of D. This extremely creepy Happy Meal toy was basically just a piece of cardboard with a vague resemblance to Ronald McMascot. Great for kids who want to make their own horror short films, but everyone else probably could have done without the additional McNightmares. They all McFlow down here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Did you enjoy the video? That's fantastic. Did you know we still have a gaming channel, Collaborative? It's for Planet Dolan. Come look at us as we play some video games.
Like animation? Have some questions about life and the universe you need answered? Come check out Super Planet Dolan. Danger Dolan and I will answer your life questions. Links are down below.